root in to this space. So I'm going to invite you to use either a blanket, a bolster, maybe even you have a meditation pillow, whatever you might use to help you just stay in a place of ease in your seat. And just let's find that seat. So we're going to just lift the hips and find a settled position on the sits bones. Let our body become relaxed in this present moment. And before we begin our practice, I took a few minutes just centering before I opened up our classroom and found this beautiful message from this deck that I work with called the Native Heart Healing Oracle Decks. And it's these beautiful mandalas. And I'll show the picture of it closer to you towards the end of our time together. But I wanted to read her message, the message of this card, because it was really beautiful and it felt very intuitive for where we are right now. So the message was the spirit of the bear. I'm just going to read a portion of its message. Spirit of bear, retreat, solo effort, strength, and vulnerability. The spirit of bear mandala brings courage and strength to those in need. It strengthens the mind and the body with the sheer power that only bear medicine can offer. However, bear also hibernates in the cold season, reminding you to lay low and settle when needed. Bear plays a significant part in everyone's life, with the key element of its nature through all. Spirit of bear is a guardian of the great earthly plane and a keeper of many, many doorways linking the earth with the higher planes. As such, bear touches every soul in incarnation throughout their lifetime. Bear embodies what I like to call the iron hide, because they are undefeated in strength and power. They can endure the toughest of situations and can adapt to their environment. Likewise, spirit of bear has a will that cannot be broken, and an essence that is of the earth. So I just really felt like that was a beautiful message for our practice today, since we're all doing a lot of work to become more grounded every day as we're continuing along this journey that we're on today. So with that being said, why don't we just drop into ourselves, close our eyes down, just let the hands gently rest on the knees, take a deep breath in and audibly sigh it out. And another deep breath in and sigh it out. And one more time, deep breath in and sigh it out. Just see yourself with each of those exhales dropping in further to this moment. Just let one hand rest on the heart, one hand rest on the navel, and just close the eyes down. Just take a deep breath in as you drop into the present moment, present time. Recognizing that for this hour on this mat, in this room, with me as your guide, there is nowhere else to be. There is nothing else to do. All there is here in this moment, in this time, in this practice, is you moving with your breath, allowing spirit to guide you purposefully, gently forward. So take this moment here and set an intention for this practice. What might you like to cultivate more of here today? How can you utilize this time on the mat to let go of what's no longer serving you and open yourself up to what may bring more harmony and balance into your life? So allow yourself to invite that intention into your being, into this present moment, and into every part of this practice today. Just feel the body filling up with this intention, expanding, widening, being even more enriched with this intention. As we begin to find our way moving into this practice, move with the remembrance of bear. That it's okay to pause. It's okay to be in this moment gently. And the more that we allow that, the more that we let go into the pause, into the restoration, more strength and sustainability that comes forward. So with this, we now begin movement into this practice. Gently releasing hands to the knees, keeping the eyes closed. Let's just roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Beginning to open up the joints here in the upper body. And then pause once the shoulders drop down and reverse in the opposite direction now. Just gently reawakening, opening up awareness of the body. And then find a neutral position for their shoulders, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. And on the exhale, draw the chin towards the chest, gently releasing the back of the neck. On the inhale, lift the chin towards the ceiling, opening the throat only as far as it feels right for your neck. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Inhale, chin towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin towards the chest. And inhale, chin towards the ceiling. And on this next exhale, bring the head back to center and lift up through the crown. Inhale here, exhale, dropping that right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhale, head through center. Exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhaling to the right. Inhale, exhaling to the left. And inhale through center. And one more time. Inhale through center and exhaling left. And inhale through center. And then just allow the shoulder and head to animate and move in any way that feels intuitive to your body. The arms move around the torso. And let's just begin to wake up those hips now. So we're going to bring the chest forward and rotate the body around and to the four corners of your mat. Just rolling around the shoulders to the four corners of the mat. Just awakening up the hips. Animating the spine, just inviting that awakening. And as the heart comes forward, pause and reverse the circle, moving in the opposite direction here. Just gently moving, animating, awakening. And then as the heart comes through center, pause and round your vertebra, one on top of the other, coming all the way up through center. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the head, and lift through the sternum. And then exhale, rounding forward, drawing chin to the chest, rolling vertebra up one at a time, stacking, lifting. And as we lift, we squeeze the shoulder blades back, lift the heart, lift the head. Exhale, dive forward and round the back, round the shoulders forward. And roll up, stacking vertebra one on top of the other. One more time here, lifting heart, lifting head, and then dive forward with the heart and round. And rolling up. This time as you roll up, we're just going to come right through neutral spine and pause. And then roll out those shoulders. You can allow your bolsters or blankets to be set off to the side of your mat. We're going to extend the legs long on the mat. Just give them a little bounce. And a little windshield wipering from side to side. And then we're going to separate the feet about mat width distance apart and just adjust the sit bones so that we're sitting nice and grounded on them. And resting the hands maybe just behind your hips. We're going to rotate through the ankles, moving all the way through. Just really allowing your feet to rotate. in all directions. And then reverse, moving in the opposite direction. And then windshield wipering the feet. You're going to find yourself into bound angles. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the hands come resting at the ankles. And just elongate up through the spine. Relax the shoulders down. Let's take a little bounce of the knees here. Just gently releasing, butterflying those knees. Keeping the crown lifted, the heart lifted. Engaging the core. And then allow that movement to come to stillness. And as we lengthen out through the spine, inhale here. And on the exhale, we're going to just fold forward. Let the hands come down to the mat in front of the feet. Let the chin draw towards the chest. Let the whole body just fall forward towards the mat. And just let everything go now. Let the shoulders become heavy. Let the arms relax. Send the breath into the hips, the low back, maybe a long spine. Just feel your head becoming heavier and heavier with each exhale. And with each inhale, just feel yourself creating space in the low back, in the hips. Just letting go more, letting go more. Taking 2 more breaths here like this. Last one. And then on the inhale, slide the hands back towards your feet. Roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Remember that you are in no hurry, so move slowly. Allow your breath to be your guide. And then as you come up, just pause your round angle, returning to that nice elongated spine. Those relaxed shoulders. Maybe even close the down and become the witness of the experience that you are having in this moment of the practice. And as you exhale, sigh out. Inhale, and as you exhale, sigh it out. One more time. Inhale, and as you exhale, sigh it out. Let your hands come to the outsides of the knees. Draw the knees together. And then wrap your arms around those legs. Give yourself a hug. Just roll the chin in towards the chest. Hug everything in towards the heart. A deep breath in here, expanding in between the shoulder blades. And exhale. On this, we'll lift the head. We're going to transition into tabletop. So we're just going to sweep those legs behind us. Bring the hands onto the mat and find our tabletop position. So as we come to tabletop, the hands are going to ground directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly under the hips. We'll draw the navel up to support the spine, reach the crown forward, the tailbone draws back. So we feel nice and engaged in our core here. We're going to take just a few more movements here to warm up the spine before we move into a core activating shape. Posture asana. Inhale here on the exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone head. On the inhale, belly down, hips lift, head lifts, eyes look towards the ceiling. Exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, crown of the head. Inhale, pelvic tilt, hips lift, head lifts. Heart shines, eyes gaze towards the heavens. One more time, round the back, tuck the tailbone, front of the head. And inhale, belly down, head lifts, eyes gaze up. And come back through neutral. And once you're here, we're just going to take one more rotational movement. So we're going to take the hips around the four corners of the mat. Just really gifting our body the sense of unwinding into those joints, hips, wrists, shoulders, back. And then when we come through center, pause and reverse that circle. Let's move in the direction now. And one more rotation here. And then we'll come back through neutral. And as we come back through our neutral position, draw the navel up, engage the shoulders, extend leg long, pressing back through that right heel and finding that engaged core, and those hips are parallel with one another. As you're ready, you're going to lift that right heel, that right foot, and press that right heel back. Draw the navel up to support the spine. The left hand can reach forward towards the top of your mat and stay here, and this is going to be enough engagement. Or you can inhale and lift the left hand forward. Keep the head in line with the spine, the navel drawn up, pressing that heel away from the fingers as we're reaching those left fingers away from the right heel. Inhale here. On the exhale, you can stay here or round the back, draw the elbow and the knee together. On the exhale. On the inhale, you're going to extend long. Exhale, round the back, elbow and knee together. And inhale, extend long. One more. Exhale, round and draw the elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend long. And exhale, left hand comes to the mat. Right toes return to the mat, right knee. And let's find child's pose for a pause. So knee wide, big toes together. Hips draw back towards the heels. And we release the forehead to the mat. And as we find ourselves here into this release, into this pause, close the eyes. Side out. Witness and observe how your body is experiencing this moment of the practice. Drop into witnessing how is your intention settling into your being through this practice. Just be the witness here now. And then on the next inhale, we're going to lift the head, lift the chest, find our way back up to tabletop. Bring those knees back underneath the hips, maybe tap the tops of the feet, move, animate in any way you need to. And then we're going to find our way back to tabletop, that nice, strong, engaged position. Bringing balance into the body, we'll move now to the opposite side. So we're going to extend the left foot long. Pressing back with that left heel, engaging, strength lengthening all the way through the back of that left leg. Hands are still grounded firmly underneath your shoulders. And then on the next inhale, we're going to lift the left leg, press to the left heel. And stay here. You can bring those right fingertips forward, just gently tensing the fingers, or you can reach the right arm long. Keep that navel drawn up to support the spine. Press out through the heel of the left foot. Reach out through the fingers of the right hand. Breathing here. And on the next exhale, it's round. Pulling that elbow and knee together, rounding the back. On the exhale, on the inhale, we extend and press through the left heel and the fingertips. Exhale, round and draw the elbow and knee together. Inhale, extend and pressing out through that left heel, reaching for the fingers. One more time. Exhale, round and hold. Inhale, extend and lengthen. And on the exhale, right hand down, left toes down, left knee to the mat. And maybe just roll out the shoulders here for a pause. Move the hips from side to side. And then let's take one more pause on our child's pose, so knees wide. Their hips draw back towards the heels, and the head returns to the mat. Take a deep breath in here. And sigh it out. Inhale. And side out. One more time. Inhale. And side out. And on the next inhale, we're going to lift the head, lift the chest, return to our tabletop. I'm just going to turn to face towards you so you can see where we're going. You can remain right where you are. You just want to make sure that you have space on each side of your mat. So from here, we're going to come standing on our knees. So just allow yourself to come up, standing on the knees. If this is not comfortable for you, just know you can opt out of anything. I'm just here to guide you. You can always put a blanket underneath your knees if you need more support for that, for your knees. I have my mat on a carpet that already has a little bit of extra support, so I'm getting a little bit of extra love for my knees that way. So from here, we're going to take our right leg and bring it out to the side. The toes resting, facing the same direction as your head. You can point them away from your head. You can come up onto the heel of the foot. It just really depends upon how intense you'd like to experience for balance practice here. So as we're holding our gate pose, we're going to take the right hand, slide it down the right leg, lift the left hand up towards the ceiling, and on the exhale, float the body towards the right, extending all the way from those left fingertips down to that left leg. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. So only go as far as you can comfortably hold the shape. We call this the edge, the point where if you went further, you'd be pushing. But if you went less, you probably wouldn't be feeling much of anything. So we want to find that point just between those two. So we have a nice active right leg, so the knee is not hyperextended. We're just resting these right fingertips on the leg. We're not holding ourselves up. We're engaged in the core and we're lengthening out through the whole left side body. And on the next inhale, we're going to lift up. And as you exhale, you can come all the way down with that left hand to the earth. Now you can keep this right foot on the mat if that feels intuitive to you, and just lift the right hand towards the ceiling. If this is where you are today, then honor that. If you'd like to move further with me, we're going to lift that right leg, press out through the heel. So turn the toes to face the same direction as your head. The right hand is reaching towards the ceiling. We're opening the heart forward as we come into our modified half moon pose. Breathing here. Head can either look down towards that left hand, forward, or up towards the right. Inhale and exhale, engage the core, stay nice and strong in the body. Inhale, and on the exhale, if the foot is up, lower it down, engage the core and lift all the way up. Exhale the arms down and release that right knee back underneath you. Let's just take a seat back into hero's pose. If sitting in hero's pose is not intuitive to you, you can just rest in easy seat or on a blanket or bolster. Wherever you rest, let's just close the eyes down for a moment. We take these mindful moments in this practice so that we can become the witness of what's showing up. How are we showing up on our mat? How is our experience on the mat showing up for us? So the more that we take those gentle, mindful pauses through the practice, we begin to gift ourselves the opportunity to do that in our life. So as we pause here, just observe, how am I experiencing this moment of practice? Be the witness. Sigh out any place that's feeling dense. Sigh out anything that's not resonating with you. Just allow yourself to gently release. Let joy rise out of the heart center. Maybe even let a smile come across your face. The gratitude of showing up on the mat for yourself today. I'm going to shift now back to the outside. So take a deep breath in and sigh out. And now we'll bring balance. So let's come up onto our knees once again. Finding knees about hip width distance apart. Shake out the shoulders. We're going to move now to the left. So we'll bring that left foot out to the side. And your foot, again, pointed towards the same direction as your head, pointed away, or even resting up on that heel. I just want to make sure that this knee is nice and active and not hyperextended. So you see the difference in my body when I hyperextend versus activating the muscles. So we want to bring engagement into the shapes in the whole body. The left hand will come towards the left leg. The right hand will reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we'll float the body towards the left. Again, this hand is just gently resting here on the hand, not holding us up. Lifting and opening, engaging the core, lengthening out through the crown, folding towards the left, maybe a little bit more, just enough to find that edge, that point when you feel your body creating new energy, new shape, new opening. Breathing here. And on the inhale, float back up through center. Bring the arms out to a T. Exhale, moving that right hand down to the mat. Again, we can just let that left foot remain here on the earth. Round the right hand, extend through the left arm and fingers. Hands can be either together or fingers open wide. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. And then you can either remain here or join me by lifting that left foot, toes pointing the same direction as your head. This helps to activate alignment towards the hip. So press through your heel, extend out through that left hand, lengthen through the crown, engage your core, feel yourself balancing, find the joy in it, breathe. And on the next exhale, release the left foot down. Inhale, engage the core, reach both arms out to our T, release the arms down, and then the left knee comes in. Find your hero's pose once again, or your easy seat, close the eyes down. Take the witness. Take the seat of the witness. How are you experiencing this moment of the practice? Be here now. Sigh out any resistance, sigh out any judgment or expectation you might be having. Just be here now. And then gently begin to transition out of this shape. So take a deep sigh out. As you're ready, bring your hips towards the mat. On the mat once again. Adjusting the hip bones and just balancing the legs out and shoulder breathe. Whatever feels good to you. Bend the knees and bring the feet on the mat, about hip width distance apart. Your hands are not behind you. Fingers going to face towards your hips, or if this is not intuitive for you and you need a different position for the hands, rotate them back. Just whatever feels right for you. I know for me, 17 years as a massage therapist, that rotation back doesn't feel good for me. So I have to keep the fingers towards the hips. Just want to make sure that the feet are firmly grounded and rooted into the earth. Shoulder blades are down and back away from the ears. Exhale. On the inhale, we're going to lift our hips. Bring those knees directly over the ankles. Lift the hips high. Chin can be facing towards the chest, or head can look directly to the ceiling. We just want to be dropped back. So we're being engaged through the spine. On the exhale, gently set the hips down. Maybe release the tension out of the wrists for a moment. And we're going to come back again. So we're going to move into a reverse table again. Exhale here. Inhale. Lift the hips. Knees come over the ankles. Hips rise high. Heart is in line with the knees. Head is looking towards the ceiling or chin towards the chest. And exhale, lower down. And again, just release any tension you might be feeling in the wrist or forearms. And our last time, this time we're going to hold the shape. So as you move this next time into the shape, you want to be in a position that you can hold, but you want to make sure your core is fully engaged and that your hips are high so they're not sinking towards here. So we'll exhale here, shoulder blades back, engage the core. Inhale, lift the hips, knees come over the ankles, lifting hips high, coming in line, lift the head, or chin to the chest, and breathe for 3, 2, and 1. And gently, intentionally releasing the hips down to your mat, extending your legs long. Let's bring those hands forward, make fist, and roll out the wrist. And shake out the hands. And then adjust those sits bones. We're going to take a counter posture. So that was opening up the heart. Now we're going to open up the back. So as you are ready, fold forward, chins back, round the body in. Hands are going to land either outside the leg, or way down to the feet. Just drop the chin in, round the whole back forward, and just feel that entire fascial plane from your heels all the way up the back of your legs, your hips, your low back, all the way up through the spine, around the crown of the head. Just feel the entire back of the body releasing through this pause in this forward fold. Two more breaths here. Last one. Then gently lift the head, lift the chest, release the hands, and just slide the hands up the legs, relaxing the feet, rolling the shoulders, moving the head around, shaking those legs out, whatever feels intuitive to you. So from here, we're going to bring our support that we're going to need for the meditation portion with us, because as we transition down to the mat, I want you to have everything accessible. So if you have that cloth or eye pillow, blanket, bolster, pillow, whatever it is you're going to use, I'm going to invite you to actually bring it to your head so that you can access it in a few moments once we finish our last shapes, our last asanas. So from here, we're going to come lying down on the mat. So bring your toes to the end of the mat, hips to the middle of the mat. Reach the arms long in front of you. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Exhale, roll yourself down, one vertebra at a time. And as you come down, bring the knees into the chest. Give those knees a hug. Maybe rocking the body from side to side here. Just thanking the body for the work it's already offered you through this practice. Recognizing that you're beginning to drop down into this state of ease, preparing our body to move into our final rest and meditation. So as we come through center, you're going to pause here. Let the hands come out, palms facing up into a T. Now you have some options here for your legs, so just choose whatever's going to feel most intuitive to your body. You can keep the knees just right where they are like this, and then you'll rotate to the right with the knees. You can cross your left leg over your right, and then bring the knees towards the right. You can extend your right leg long, and then just bring the left leg across. So just find whichever option's going to work for you. So 3 options here. We're going to knees together, rotate the knees to the right, stacking them one on top of the other. That's option 1. Option 2, left leg crosses over right, leg move towards the right, and we pause here. Option 3, we keep that right leg long. We just allow that left knee to come across the body. and drop down towards the earth. So just find what's going to feel right for you. Close your eyes down and begin to settle into the rest. As you are using these next few moments here, I'm going to just guide you into being mindful of your breath. So that you can let go. Let go of the tension in your hips. Let go of the tension in your spine. Just allowing your body to drop further and further into this twist. Twisting is a very good practice to help release toxins from the internal organs. And just imagine that as you're exhaling, you're squeezing your internal organs out, just like you're squeezing out a washcloth. So just inhale, big belly breath, expansion, creating space in the spine, in the torso, in the abdomen, in the hips. And as you exhale, squeeze the navel in and just releasing all this tension that might be building up in that solar plexus. We have a lot of sense of this empowerment and worry going on, and this is all our power center. So we just really want to activate the power center through the practice today, and then release anything that's out of alignment with feeling empowered. If you haven't noticed, our whole practice came back to acknowledging, working, empowering our bodies, our minds, our souls. Let's take 2 more breaths here like this. Inhale, creating that space. Exhale, releasing anything out of alignment with your highest and greatest good and empowerment. 1 more breath here. Inhale and exhale. And on this next inhale, whatever shape you chose to take, slowly bring yourself back through center. So you're slowly going to bring those knees to the chest and just give them a hug. So at this time, I'm not going to be practicing this with you because we're just going to balance it out on the other side. So I'm just going to guide you. So just invite you to keep your awareness within your body and in your being, keeping your eyes closed. We're cooling everything down now, cooling down. So the more that we can just stay within, be with what we're experiencing, that's the invitation here. Hug those chest. Just feel yourself nurturing and honoring what you let go of, embracing what you brought in throughout this practice, really returning to that intention that you gave yourself access to at the beginning of the practice. Just be in that moment for 1 more moment here. And then as you're ready, just as we did on the other side, I'm going to invite you to do the shape experience of twist on this left side. So this time, either knees together, rotating both knees towards the left, or right leg crosses over the left with the knees going to the left, or left leg long, right knee comes across the body. Arms are to the T, the head looks towards the right. So just find what's going to feel right for you here now. Again, I'll give you the 3 options. Knees together, rotated to the right. Right knee crossed over left. Knees move towards the right in the twist. Or left leg long, right knee comes across the body, bent. Head looks towards the right. Hold here and breathe. Just drop yourself down into that practice of letting go, of really embracing your power, really embracing your sense of knowing that you are safe. Imagine the bear, our messenger for the beginning of this practice. He is an empowered being, but he takes rest, he takes pause, he gives himself the time to be. And this is what you're here today, is your time to be, so that you can embrace all of that empowerment, all of that strength that you have within to carry you forward. Let's take 2 more full body breaths here, expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. And one more breath. Inhale and exhale. And then gently keeping your gaze within, keeping your awareness in, I invite you to bring your knees back through center, hug them in, find that neutral position, and that pause, and that nurturing. Just hug the knees towards the heart. And take a deep breath in and sigh out. And at this time of your practice, it's time for you to find your complete state of rest. So